Story Part 3. She asked me if I would consider reconciling or marriage counseling if she told her. I told her no, but I said it would help her regain a tiny bit of respect in my eyes. She promised to tell the AP's wife, and everybody else, she would go to HR as well and confess everything. Again, I told her I don't really believe her. She swore she would never be with anyone else and that she would never give up on getting back with me, even if it took the rest of her life. I didn't believe her, but I didn't say anything. It was getting redundant at this point. She offered me a one-sided open marriage, access to all her communication, 24/7 availability. I told her that I had talked to Monica, and that I am waiting because I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be in an open relationship. It would hurt her if we did that, and I don't want to hurt other people like she hurt me. I don't want to be her jailer either. Constantly snooping on her and being suspicious isn't grounds for a healthy relationship. I am not interested in intimacy without a deeper connection either. Time for the sake of mechanical time has no value for me. If I need mechanical release, can fix that on my own. I don't need a partner for that. At this point we were all exhausted. We had been going out for over 5 hours, and my wife had been crying on a scale from bad to absolutely horrifying almost the entire time. We weren't going to get any further on this. It was done. I told her very clearly that the love I used to have for her had died. I didn't recognize the person she had become anymore. Our family had died by her hand and that I would go through with divorce. I told her she could not undo what she has done. The only way to avoid this result would have been to not start the affair 7 months ago. I didn't want our marriage back. I didn't want her back. I did not want more pain. I suggested we go no contact for a while to get some distance and perspective. I told her I already filed and that my mind was made up. We could start family therapy to co-parent, but beyond that I don't even want to see her. This was incredibly painful to tell her. She was crying hard while mumbling no, 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 please no, please no. When I got up to leave, she got a massive, almost explosive nosebleed. She started to reach for me, but she passed out. I managed to catch her before she hit the floor. I drove her and her sister to the ER and stayed until I learned she would be okay. Last night and today stbxw has been telling everyone what she has done. The AP's wife called me this morning get confirmation that what my wife had told her was true. I sent her copies of some of the evidence. I just learned she kicked her husband out. She wants to meet and look at more of the evidence. She has been suspecting for a long time but haven't had anything solid. I suggested we sit down for dinner tomorrow. She had a need to talk and asked if we could talk on the phone. I don't know if I can take that on right now. I told her maybe later. I freely admit I am feeling like a piece of S. I haven't been able to sleep. Cracks are forming in my resolve. I know I must stay strong, but it's very hard. Why do I feel so guilty? Why do I feel responsible to try to fix this? We may be able to fool ourselves for a while, but it will most likely not work long term. Some of her friends and relatives have been calling me up and cursing me out. They think I should give her a second chance. But in my mind I am thinking, why drag out the pain? Better to get it over with so we can start to heal and build new lives. So that's it. Nothing spectacular. No revenge, no resolve, no peace. No happy ending, just more pain for all of us. My mind is in a very dark place right now. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Comment 1. Just a question op. Are you wholly reconciled with your wife, or you guys are still testing the tides of water? Just confused, as from the post itself, you're already decided to divorce, but on the thread, it seems like you guys are in the path of reconciliation. Anyway, I just hope that whatever you choose you may prosper. Hearing your story, I'm kinda scared of what may happen to me in the future by the time I decided to settle down. It gives me chills knowing someone seemingly perfect can also be vindictive, even if all you did was to love them and just asking for a little affection. It scares me to think that I may also go with the same situation, where I am being denied affection while they freely give it to others. It's just hard to trust nowadays, and the more I think of it, the more I'm at ease of being on my own. I don't know if I have the same fortitude. I'm a strong person, but there's no way I can calculate the damage that it will do to me. I just hope that if unluckily, I find myself in your situation, I have the same strength to get past through it. Comment 2. I applaud you for keeping true to doing what you think is best, because you are the one who will live with your decisions. I would bet that you would have done some things different if you had a do-over, but we don't get those. We can only move forward with the decisions of the past behind us and hopefully more wisdom in us. Your story is one of the more dramatic stories because of your actions, your writing, and your wife's response. Some people burned by repeat offenders like nuclear destruction. There have been stories where the BS gives too many do-over and then finally say you were right, she will never change. As I read your story, your wife had decided that affairs were stupid 6 weeks before you confronted her. The chances of her straying are low, but that doesn't have much to do with your ability to move past the hurt. It isn't a character flaw on your part if you can't. We are all different. Only you have to live with your choice, not those of us on the outside. Keep strong. Comment 3. Hi Op. Like many on here, I have been following your story. I can't feel your pain exactly, but I have been through something similar, as I posted somewhere above. Where are you at now? Are you divorced and seeing Monica? Or, did you have a change of heart somehow and decide to reconcile with your stbxw? I really hate to pry because it's none of my business. I'm just so emotionally involved with the story because something like this has happened to me before. Please allow me one last question. How did you learn about her affair? I think I read in your post that a friend told you? Or something like that. Thank you for your time, and I pray that you can heal from this and move on with your life. I'm still not over it, and it has been about 25 years since it happened to me. Best of luck and happiness to you, and Godspeed. Comment 4. It seems like you are reconciling with your stbxw. I'll be blunt, that is such a stupid decision. Remember that this woman didn't come clean initially and only acted when you confronted her with divorce. And don't give me the argument that you are doing this for your family. You are damaging your family by continuously subjecting yourself to this mental abuse of being with a cheater. It also feels like you are being affected by the woman's friends and relatives. Why are you even listening to those idiots? Cut them off from your life. They are forcing you to be with your stbxw for her, not you or your children. But let's be practical. What will you gain from being with this woman, and what are the consequences you think you will get from this? Afterwards, the same question, but this time the positives and negatives for a divorce. Weigh your choices carefully. Comment 5. I am into minds about sharing an update. So much has happened, and there are also ongoing legal processes that I can't discuss anywhere at this point in time. I appreciate everybody's opinion. It helps me think from different viewpoints. But at the end of the day, no one really knows all the details apart from me. No one knows how I feel, apart from me. So in the end it must be my choice, and I do not think just about myself in this. My family is involved, it affects them as well, so I have bigger considerations than myself. I must admit it's damned hard not to just be selfish and do what I want. Screws everyone else. But I can't do that without abandoning my values and beliefs, so I'm not going to do that. Comment 6. You seem like a doormat to your wife at this point and making excuses for her. She cheated on you almost for a year. She had no remorse about it until you were going to divorce her. Your situation isn't unique, you wish it was. You want to make it work with her cause of your old life and kids before you found the cheating. Ultimately it is your decision, but the lack of initial remorse should have been the biggest sign to you. Your life to live, but I feel terrible for your family and kids knowing you'd still choose to be with a person who could be as evil to do what she did to you. Comment 7. Op, I think I can say this with respect to everyone. We all want you to be happy. Whether you divorce or reconcile, your happiness is paramount. You won't be nearly as an effective father, household leader, or role model if you are constantly swallowing your pride, biting your lip, and eating that shit sandwich. Your children are much more perceptive than you believe. Frankly, you are allowed to be happy in your life. Be it through reconciliation or divorce, whichever direction you choose, please base it on your happiness. Please don't overlook this. We're all pulling for you. Comment 8. Why do I feel so guilty? Why do I feel responsible to try to fix this? I am asking this question every time to innocent loyal person. Because loyal person don't do anything wrong. They are not destroy family but forgive cheaters and going couple counseling, therapy also. This man is having strong heart and self-respect. Clearly avoid cheater. And he don't believe cheaters drama words, tears also. You're already taking good decision. Keep move forward. Don't listen family, friends advice definitely, they are support second chance. All the best for your future. Keep update. Comment 9. Op, do not forgive your wife. If this was a one-time thing and you didn't have children, it would still be inexcusable, but she didn't betray and disregard only you, she also betrayed and disregarded your children, yours and hers, flesh and blood. To her all the love, time, affection and the children you gave her meant nothing compared to a cheap thrill. All your loyalty and all your sacrifices during the marriage were worthless to her, and she willingly gave herself to another man who didn't sacrifice anything for her for months for nothing. She is not selfish, she is completely irresponsible towards herself, you and your children. She was probably a mediocre mother and wife at best, and you overlooked it because of your love and because you were too busy working to support your family. You don't owe her anything anymore. You are not her parent. If you are thinking to stay with her because of your children, don't. If you love your children, you will leave her and show them it's not okay to tolerate, accept and forgive irresponsible betrayers, and show them there are consequences to bad and irresponsible actions and decisions. Comment 10. Op. It sucks that the situation you're in, but this is not your fault. All this was brought to by her actions. She said she never believed I would find out, and only when I started to check out did she start to question what was going on. She is only regretting her choices now because she got caught. If you would never caught on, then she would still be cheating on you. For the friends and relatives that are cursing you out, tell them to duck off and block them. Go NC with them and her family. The only ones that you need to talk to is the stbxw, and that should only be when it comes to the kids. Right now the only people you need to focus on and prioritize is your kids and yourself. It might suck now, but don't look back. Your stbxw is just a bad chapter in your life. Keep moving forward, and never look back, and I promise you it will get better. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.